Hello, my fellow YouTubers. It's MGBL4K back at you with another video. Yes, I say that every video, but I'm back. I hope you're all doing well. And today we'll be going into the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement, which just released over the weekend on November 23rd. And there's a lot to cover. And if you guys did not notice, I got my Christmas decorations up and running. So I'm wishing you all well this season. And I hope in the new year, everything that you want will come to you. And just keep grinding, guys. You know, we're out here just trying to eat, trying to make things work, and that's all. But today, let's get into these bad boys right here. Whoa. All right, guys, let's get into today's review. All right, so we're gonna be shooting this video out of my kitchen because my room is a mess and I don't want you guys to see it right now because I've been so busy. But anyways, in today's review, we got these bad boys here, the Air Jordan 3 Black Cements. Now, a few things about this shoe. As you guys can see, I got a size 11 in this shoe. It does fit true to size, so don't worry about it fitting bigger or smaller. It's the same thing with my old retros from 2018. They fit the same and they're super comfortable. One, I think it's one of the best retros to ever release of all time. Second, very good colorway. It can go with black, grays, reds, blues even. Very universal type of fit. And third, there's a lot of history behind this shoe. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is this shoe was made in 1988 and Jordan did his three-peat, and that's when the Bulls were on a roll, and then they led into the 90s, and then the 4s came out, the 5s, 6s. So to side note on that, these shoes also saved Nike from losing Michael Jordan. These shoes alone were enough to convince Michael Jordan to stay with them thanks to Tinker Hatfield. And I'm sure all my sneakerheads know out there that Tinker Hatfield is a legendary sneaker designer. And I put emphasis on legendary because without him, we wouldn't have such iconic shoes as you guys can see today. And honestly, this is my second pair of getting them. I do have my 2018 pair. However, I cannot find them right now, or else I will do a comparison, but I will do a short on that later. But guys, look at that shoe. It's really nice, very clean. I just got them from GOAT over the weekend, so I didn't have time to wear them, but very pristine condition. And just it's such an awesome shoe. I do want to point out that I've been seeing a couple reviews on the shoe saying it's not as good as the 2018 release and stuff. And I'm here to tell you guys, like, listen, it's very, very comfortable. I've yet to try them on with my 2018s, but I will do that. But these are comfortable shoes. And honestly, they're Black Cement 3s. These are supposed to be true to the OG. And the OG was kind of like a bit bulkier. But this shoe is just trying to be OG back in 98. But again, everyone's opinion is different. And you guys can see there, you got the nice orange Nike tag. And back behind the shoe here, you have Nike Air. So you guys can see that they're not messing around. Okay, so a little bit of info on these shoes. These came out November 23rd, so just over the weekend, and they sold out within a couple days. I'm seeing them online right now. However, in terms of resale, I don't think they're going to sell that much because we've had like 8 retros of these. We had some in 2011, 2018, now 2024. And who's to say they're not going to make this again in the next basically 5 years? But a little story of how I got into these shoes. So basically, like a lot of things, I got into these shoes in around 2011. So it was around this time actually. And I watched a music video, All I Want for Christmas Is You by Justin Bieber and Mariah Carey. And I'm seeing this guy wear these shoes. So I'm looking closer. And back then, I had no idea what a Jordan was or anything. Yes, you guys can hate me in the comments, but I got into Jordan in the mid-2010s. So I was looking at these shoes, I'm like, oh, what are these? So then I was doing a couple of research, and then I found out they're called the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. And I'm thinking to myself, so that's what they're called, eh? But back then, I couldn't afford them. I didn't have any money, so I just let them slide. And then finally, 7 years later, in 2018, I picked up the retro pair. I'm like, yeah, I need to get these because I was keeping tabs on the sneaker releases every year since 2015. And I was like, I need to get these because without these, my collection is boring, right? And back then, I had a lot of Supras like TK Society, Sky Top 2s. You guys know that sneaker streetwear brand from the 2010s. So I'm glad I finally got these, and to be honest, they're comfortable when I got them. My first reaction was, yes, I got the same pair that Justin Bieber was wearing, but I also thinking I got an OG pair of Jordans. Me not knowing a lot about shoes back then, I didn't know the history of them or what they actually were. And as I learned about them just by researching, I realized, man, this is a shoe that has a lot of history. This is the shoe that saved Nike from losing Michael Jordan because The Air Jordan 2 was a complete flop, so they basically fired that guy, and Tinker Hatfield took over and was saying, like, I'm gonna make you a really good shoe, and it's gonna be out of this world. And this was the shoe that Michael Jordan actually had some say into, and it explains the elephant print, how he wanted low-cut shoes, he was tired of high top. So basically, you can be thinking to yourself, Michael Jordan wouldn't be with Nike today had it not been for these. So as a sneakerhead and as a history enthusiast in sneakers, these have a severe impact on the sneaker culture today. Now, I know the ones have them, but you gotta look at this shoe as like the savior of Jordan, because without this shoe, there would be no more Jordan. So you can thank Tinker Hatfield, Michael Jordan himself, and Nike, because they actually had the brains to fire the old people or whatever happened and then get them on this. And you guys can see this shoe doesn't mess around. It's a completely classic shoe. Yes, it's classic. And they're gonna be like this thing for the remainder of the decade and beyond that, because just how iconic and original these are. And I want you guys to know that if you get a pair of these, you won already. Like I'm telling you right now, even one pair of shoes, let's say you're not a sneaker, you have this, you already won, because of the history and the fact that this shoe exists. Now, I know there's a lot of other YouTubers that probably make more statements saying how it's been released a couple times, this and that. They're giving their opinions, right? I look at this shoe as a history and iconic shoe. And all my sneakerheads know that this shoe does not mess around. It's the real deal, and it's without it, there wouldn't be a lot of shoes today. So I just want to expand on that because, you know, honestly, it's such a sick pair of shoes, and honestly, I don't think I can live without them, because my style right now is based around Jordans and the other things that are coming up, like baggy jeans, crop shirts, and all that. So with these, they highlight it, and I know they're not as hyped as the 4s right now, but watch the 3s come back within a couple of years because of just how iconic it is. It has earned its status as an icon. So not many shoes can achieve that in this lifetime. These shoes have, and everybody will always know what these are, and they will always remember Michael Jordan winning the Bulls game after game in these shoes, right? And on top of this, you got the white cements also, and the red cements, which I do want to get as well. So there's a lot of shoes I still need to get, but I'm happy I got these again. I will be doing another video on comparison of the 2018 pair to the 2024s. To me, honestly, not much different. I just like how it looked classic and stuff, and the elephant print, how it's lighter, doesn't really bug me. The sock liner over here is a bit thinner, and honestly, it doesn't bug me either. I've tried them on, they're comfortable. So I mean, pick your poison. You can nitpick it all you want. It is what it is, but as I stated here today, the shoes are what they are. With that, guys, I'm gonna leave off on a high note here. I am shooting on my iPhone today because I want to turn on the camera. Hopefully this turns out good. I'll know by my views and comments later. But honestly, guys, just remember, if you can get these shoes, get them. Don't even hesitate. Unless, you know, you're struggling right now or you got no money, I get it. You know, we gotta come up and just gotta work. But if you can get these right now, you're not gonna regret them. And this will basically be a Christmas gift to yourself of just how good these are. So anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. I do have another review coming about the Air Jordan 4 Fears. That's a whole nother video. I'm actually in the process of shooting that video while I'm shooting this one, so stay tuned for that. We're at 500 subs, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Let's keep going. My next goal is 1,000, and I know we can do it together. All right, guys. Well, peace out. MGBL 4K is out. Later.